Of course, joining us right now is AccuWeather Chief Meteorologist John Porter. And John, you have a look at some of the severe weather potential this week for us.
I know, more of the same here. We're getting, June is getting going with the same kind of theme that we've had from much of May, which has been dealing with more severe weather concerns. And as you mentioned already, a busy map this morning with multiple areas of severe weather concern over the next couple of days.
All right, when we look at this map, John, what are you noticing out there this morning and what's to come here as we go through on the week?
Couple things that I see right away is first, all of this green and blue here. This is indicative of some pretty significant thunderstorms we have in the central part of the country this morning. These are heading to the south and east. They're losing steam, but still will likely re-intensify here as we head through the afternoon, so a problem in those areas. But my eye really gets drawn to the northwest here. This is a pretty potent storm system, a pretty impressive jet stream disturbance that's going to be the instigator of trouble tomorrow.
And this is June. We don't often get these kinds of storms. So what does this mean for us moving forward?
That's correct. This is a pretty potent storm system for this time of the year. It's going to result, as we've been talking about here on the AccuWeather Network, with a lot of wind. And so when you have a storm system that's producing lots of wind here, that gives you a sense of how much energy this has. It's a pretty potent storm. And as it continues to move to the east, we're looking at the upper level version of this in terms of how this looks on the upper air charts. And you can see this lots of oranges and reds up and through the northern plains. That's indicative of, as we mentioned, a potent jet stream disturbance, and that's going to activate on some warm and moist air out ahead of it, and that's why we're seeing the risk for severe thunderstorms again across places like Iowa and Missouri as we head through tomorrow that have been so hard hit already this last couple of weeks.
And you mentioned the severe weather, so John, we'll go through the next couple of days. We've already seen a few severe thunderstorm warnings across Kansas and Oklahoma, and you said you expect those to refire this afternoon. What's going to be causing that?
Right, these storms are going to be losing some steam here as we move through the next couple hours. Still can be some localized wind damage across parts of Oklahoma, but then watch as we head through the afternoon hours. I think Arkansas, the I-40 corridor over toward Little Rock, also perhaps parts of northeast Texas may be a particular focus for some trouble there. And then as we head to tomorrow, this may be a more widespread severe weather event here with a strong cold front and that potent jet stream disturbance we talked about. So look out once again, Des Moines, Omaha, Kansas City. These places sound familiar, don't they? Once again, a renewed risk for large hail, damaging thunderstorm winds, and yes, some isolated tornadoes as well. But the risk area is actually quite broad as that cold front moves to the east, really from the U.S.-Canada border all the way down to portions of southern Texas. As you get down toward the more southern part of that, Oklahoma and Texas, while the area covered by thunderstorms can be less, but any storms that do develop could be intense.
We're going to continue to look at Wednesday here, John, as you mentioned those storms sliding east, and just reminding people here about what they can do to stay safe. It has been such an active severe weather season. It continues today, and we often don't want people to get fatigued. So what are some good reminders?
No, that's a very important point because we have had lots of warnings lately for good reason. There have been lots of dangerous severe thunderstorms, but don't let your guard down. Don't let warning fatigue, as you mentioned, set in. Great time to download the AccuWeather app. And one of the best features, turn on those push notifications so that weather warnings that are issued for your community can be sent directly there. We also have the Premium Plus service, which you can engage there, which enables you to receive extra advance notice and greater accuracy when AccuWeather meteorologists can complement and supplement those government warnings. And never underestimate the power of your own voice to help people understand those risks. People live busy lives. Let them know, if you have friends and family in these areas, that today is one of those days that they need to pay attention to the weather.
A great reminder there for us. AccuWeather Chief Meteorologist John Porter, thank you again for joining us.